It's a project to repair an earthquake-damaged cliff in the Christchurch suburb of Sumner has had to wrangle with remote-control diggers, homeowners who didn't want to sell, and relocating a rare flightless moth. I didn't realise it was a flightless moth. And its wall. The area called Dean's Head has been barricaded off with containers for the last 5 years in a bid to keep people safe as they drive along the narrow road in and out of Sumner. Our reporter Rachel Graham went on a media tour today to see how things are progressing.
Dean's Head overlooks Sumner Beach and was once home to many houses with impressive views of the sea and the mountains. Clearing the area and stabilising the cliff face have been major tasks, but the work has had many complicating factors. Dr Jan Kupex, Chief Geotechnical Engineer with LINZ, says one of the conditions for working on the site was to protect the habitat of a rare flightless moth, the Gadera petraeula, which lives in the stone wall bordering one edge of the site.
We actually have to retain the stone that makes this wall, because on the stone is a moth living that feeds off a lichen and of other organisms that are actually living over there. So we will actually break the wall down, store it, and then transport it to Shagrok Reserve to actually maintain the entire ecosystem.
Dr Kupex says the site as a whole has presented challenges, and without the use of emerging technology, the site would have been too dangerous to work on. Those include remote control excavators, laser scanner and robotic surveys, spherical photos and augmented reality headsets to warn people about hazards before they get on site. He says some of the technology being used is beyond cutting edge.
So the HoloLenses that you have seen on Ferrymead, which are using mixed reality, they are the only 4 headsets in the southern hemisphere. So it is not state of the art, it is the first or second horizon beyond that. The same with the drone you can buy off the shelf, but the software, the modelling that goes behind it is under development by major companies we're working with.
The remote control excavator was developed by Christchurch company Protrans and is just like a giant version of a child's remote control car. One of the drivers is Vaughan Breen. He stands safely to one side, operating the 23-tonne digger while it gets in close to the cliff face. He says he wouldn't want to be working so close to the cliff with the risk of aftershocks and rockfall if he had to be inside the cab.
Getting home safely, it's not even go in a dangerous area. If the cliff collapses on the machine or anything, it means the machine's replaceable. Humans aren't, to a certain degree, so it means I can go home safely, see my wife and kids, and yeah, keep everybody happy.
Most of the land above the cliff face has now been cleared and is owned by the Crown as part of the Red Zone land offers. However, the owners of one site, right in the middle of the cliff face, didn't take up the Crown offer. Brendan Winder, the General Manager of Port Hills for LINZ, says the building is gone, but the building platform remains.
It's not ideal to have a privately owned site directly above here. We have had people go out to that cliff edge and hold their babies up to show the crew below and all sorts of silly behaviour like that. But it's not Crown owned and we don't have any jurisdiction on that land, so we sort of take a big sigh and step back and wait for them to leave. It's far from ideal, but it's not Crown owned, so there's nothing we can do about it.
Mr Winder says they're now optimistic that the work on the cliff face will be finished by the end of the year, allowing for the row of containers to finally be removed. In Christchurch for Checkpoint, Rachel Graham, 10A.